Hey guys, welcome back to Vanguard Motor Sales. Man, I got a hot one for you today. She's a super stock. It's a 21, of course it's a red eye, so 807 horsepower in this beauty. Look at this cool car, man. Can you imagine taking a look at this thing in a rearview mirror? You know it's gonna be around you in a second. I mean, she is beautiful. Now these carbon fiber stripes look like beautiful, man. I just love them. Now those are stickers, they're not painted on there. And then the paint is just sweet as can be. As you look down the side of it, man, straight as an arrow, not a mark on the car. Now this one's only got 2,600 miles, so barely been driven, just looking sweet as can be. We'll open up the door here and take a look at the interior. Look at this thing. Absolutely cool as can be, and 807 horsepower. You don't have to worry too much about anybody coming around you on the expressway. And if you want to pass somebody, man, you're going to be very careful not to peel the paint off the door. This thing is just a rocket ship. She is a beauty. Now we're going to get inside it, take a look at the dash real nice and close. We're even going to drive this one around the block. Normally these cars have absolutely no miles on them, so you don't want to drive them. Well, this one's got 2,600 miles. We're going to drop a couple more miles on it and drive this baby. You can see those carbon fiber stripes coming all the way down the bumper there, looking sweet. And one of the cool things about this, I believe this is cinnamon stick, if I remember right. Not a whole lot of them built with this color, and you definitely don't have to worry about coming out in the parking lot and seeing another one. Of course, it's a 21, it's a super stock, it's a red eye. I mean, the name's about that long, but it is 807 horsepower. You can remember that one. So give us a call and we'll park this dream in your driveway. It's super stock time, baby. 807 horse. She is sweet, man. I tell you, one of the things I like about these Mopars is you can hear that supercharger whining. I drive one of those other supercharged cars from one of them other car companies, and that's the only thing that I would change on my car is I'd like to hear that supercharger. Even though you can feel it, something about just hearing that supercharger just turns me on, man. Just absolutely cool as can be. I mean, of course, the thing drives amazing. And those badass tires they've got on this thing, look at this guy. This guy stopped and he's staring in his mirror at this thing, looking at the front end of this baby. This thing is absolutely cool as can be. Now, like I said earlier, I don't get a chance to, we've had a couple of these that I've been able to drive a little bit, but I don't get a chance to drive them because normally they've got like absolutely no miles. Because they're so rare, everybody's collecting these things. I mean, this one's only got 2,600 miles on it, so she's definitely still collectible. Add it to your collection. Get out and drive it. Of course, I'm one of those guys that like driving these things. I have a lot of fun in them. You can see down here on the dash, everything's looking cool. You can set up your SRT stuff here. There's a button down here that the screen does 1,000 things. Then you got controls on the steering wheel. What I've been telling everybody is the best thing to do on these cars is get on YouTube. There's guys out there that know absolutely every function that these cars will do. You can watch it and tell you, I mean, she's got line lock, she's got traction control, she's got launch mode. I mean, like I said, there's a lot to learn on how to use all the computer stuff on this car. It's just absolutely cool. Or you can be like me, just turn off traction control, get the red set of keys out, and drive this baby and burn some rubber. She is a sweetheart. Now we're gonna put it up on the lift so you can check out the bottom side like we do every car at Vanguard. And we're heading back to the shop right now. So make sure you share this video with your buddies and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, because you never know when we might have another cool car on there, just like this 69 Charger that we're about to go by right here. You can see it outside my window here, man. Look at that thing. Stick with us. All right, we're underneath this super stock now, and as you can see, definitely well kept. It's clean as a whistle under here. I mean, look how nice and clean the exhaust system is, the aluminum on the rear end housing. So she definitely has lived in a controlled environment. I doubt this thing's ever even been out in the rain. I mean, it is clean as a whistle under here. Of course, independent suspension out back, and you know this baby's strong because it holds up to that 807 horsepower. Badass drive shaft in there. Look at these floorboards. I mean, again, looks like it's brand new under here. Of course, we got this badass transmission, putting that horsepower to those beautiful tires back there. We'll take a nice close look at those here in a minute. You see this cover here, right here. I don't see a scratch on it anywhere. I don't see a scratch on the nose either. Now, these things are pretty low to the ground, so make sure you stay away from the curb. You don't want to ruin this splitter. Now, I actually ran over something with my car. It was a different brand, but it's got a similar splitter on it. I ran over a big old chunk of rubber off a semi-truck. Didn't even hurt it. So they are pretty tough. They will take a licking. It's got the Demon wheels on it, of course, looking sweet. 315, 40, 18s up front. Great big Brembo brakes stopping this beast. And look at that. Look at the reflections in that paint, man. That door is looking beautiful. The rocker's looking beautiful. I mean, like I said, definitely well kept throughout the years here. I guess it's only a couple years old, but 315, 40, 18s out back, and again, Brembo's out back, keeping it stopped for you when you need to stop. So guys, we're gonna lower it down and take a look at that Hellcat power under the hood. All right, under the hood here, of course, we got this badass Hellcat, or I should say Demon motor. 807 horse this thing makes. It's actually the Hellcat motor HO. So it makes 807 horsepower. Everybody knows you can turn these things up to the moon. Most people keep these things as collectors. I've told you out when we were driving it, I'd drive this thing. I mean, what fun is just looking at it in the garage. Get it out and drive it. Of course, it's got power steering, power brakes, air conditioning, anti-lock brakes, line lock. It's got all the goodies, guys. One of the things that this car has that's kind of rare on these, not very many of them have the real hood pins. So just like in the old days, you close the hood, put the pin in there, and you do not have to worry about that hood coming up. She is a beauty. Love these carbon fiber stripes. I mean, everything about the car is just amazing, guys. So give us a call at 248-974-9513 and let Vanguard Motor Sales park this dream in your drive.